hurts. Stop turn.
Rich, one of the absolute stars of the modern day display aerobatic world, and while this is a pit special design that first flew as far back as 1944, this is a very highly modified S2S model. Very highly modified, not least by Rich himself, and they're the first of a number of what he calls shoulder rolls that we'll see in this display from this in excess of 300 horsepower machine.
These extras around. Yeah. I've seen someone called Mark Jeffries do it as well. He's brilliant.
And it's absolutely extraordinary what Richard does in this, and this is one of many examples now. And in turn, AC going to almost 360 degrees upside down. Very unpleasant manoeuvre. Gets forward really quickly, throws in a couple of tumbles just for good measure, and then he climbs all the way back up and do it all over again.
The aircraft weighs just around 700 kilos, so it's got a tremendous power-to-weight ratio, top speed somewhere in the region of 200 miles an hour, and it's stressed to +6 and -5 Gs. And he's
rolling up now, he's running out of airspeed, but he's hanging on the gyroscopic effects and the pull of that. He goes into a stall turn. He just put in a big boot of rubber there. Now he's letting it tumble over itself back through into it. If you've ever been inside a washing machine at maximum revs, then you know what Richard's experiencing right now. Well, just, how else can you compare such a manoeuvre as that? It is quite extreme. You have to stay incredibly fit to do this, by the way. You really have to train hard. It's very much equivalent to the Formula 1 racing driver. The pressures on the pilot are absolutely immense, and the flick between positive and negative G is very dramatic.
And the other thing you've got to maintain is throughout the display, because of the aircraft all sorts of different attitudes, but it's a very highly practiced and well-rehearsed routine.
It is indeed, and again they're tumbling at the top of that loop, and now inverted again. If you're putting on positive G, there's still groaning in the cockpit there. Now, for those of you new to this whole game, you're all weighing 1 G at the moment. Imagine now somebody standing on your head or pulling really hard, 3, 4, 5 times. Well, he's pulling up to 6 G, and of course all the blood running to his feet and his thighs, and he has to work really hard, strengthening and tensing his stomach muscles in the cockpit. Where he's just literally hanging on the power. He's hovering this aircraft now very unnaturally. He was chatting about this on the radio earlier on this morning and doing the most fantastic job. It's the most extraordinary machine. 300 horsepower at the front end of this. It's a very highly uprated machine. It is indeed. Of course, dominating aerobatic competitions in the 60s and 70s, Ben, as you probably, you may not recall, you're a little bit younger than me.
I am, but interestingly, a Pitts never won the World Aerobatic Championship because the East Europeans, especially the Soviets, were absolutely at the top of their game. But domestically, on both sides of the Atlantic, the Pitts was the aircraft to have in the West. Goodwin is one of the many second-generation aviators that we see around the display scene. His father, Ken Goodwin, was an RAF fast jet pilot, indeed an RAF fast jet display pilot of great renown, and Rich followed in his footsteps, studied engineering at university, which has proved extremely useful in his progression through the aerobatic scene. He joined the Royal Air Force then, he flew the Tornado GR1 spy aircraft, not least in the first Gulf War of 1991.
Yes, very much in his DNA, as he likes to refer to it. He's very, very passionate about his flying and very passionate about performance. He works so terribly hard to get the very maximum out of his aircraft, and also to demonstrate manoeuvres to...
And he works especially hard because he too is an airline captain in his day job still.
Yes, it's extraordinary how routine that becomes when you're doing work like this at weekends. Really superb. Of course, we were talking about the lovely slide manoeuvre there, knife edge climb, sliding across the air at the same time, a bit of cross-controlling to achieve that, and that is what is so important about being alert, as spatially as we were discussing earlier on. Really, really key. But this aircraft apparently developed way back in the mid-40s, really extraordinary longevity, and here he is now doing an inverted turn in the sky, not quite 360, but almost skidding it round using the rudder pedals upside down.
He'll finish this with 3 more of those extraordinary over-the-shoulder rolls. Then we're getting ready for the signature manoeuvre of his display. Rich left the RAF in 1993. It wasn't long before he got himself involved in competition aerobatics. The association gave him a great deal of help. He won several competitions, but it's only recently that we've really got to know him on the display seat.
And a welcome addition. He rolled himself up flying a Piston Eagle about 8 to 10 years or so ago, and just really moved on, always wanted to improve and embellish both his display. Now, it's cooling down the engine at the moment. He just needs a period in between, so he uses that in a gentle climb up to perform the Tower of Power. And once he's got to the required altitude, he'll then use all that to transfer altitude into energy. He's tipping over the top of himself now, stand by to be amazed.
I would have thought. Rebuild it craft.
The snap rolling in the vertical, and then when he gets to the top of this manoeuvre, torque rolling as it's known, rolling back down through his own smoke. Modifications to this aircraft, Rich, as I said, with his engineering degree much to the fore, he has done himself. The engine is very highly tuned. He's developed a new undercarriage, for example, more aerodynamic engine cowlings, and he has got a quite extraordinary project coming up. Indeed, he's building at this moment another pit which will have not just the piston engine and the propeller, but also 2 small jet engines.
All right, I'll have that one.
Yes, such is his passion. He has an incredibly patient and charming partner, which he's put up with an awful lot of angst over the last 5 or 6 years. Totally committed in his spare time to marvellous, not just in the modifications, of course, with the extra horsepower and the strengthened wing, but this beautiful colour scheme as well, all his own work.
And there's a fair amount of work also involved in chasing the sponsorship that acts such as this require to support them around the display circuit. And Rich is very grateful to all his sponsors, particularly Anana, whose logo you can see on the wing surface of the muscle pits.
All the smoke systems, of course, generally used, with the exception of the radar, is a very environmentally sound system called Ondina. It's very much similar to baby oil, and you could have a bath in it and still work out very fresh afterwards without damaging the environment. So it's pleasing to know. Of course, it's not just to help. In many cases, when you're flying in formations, it is a vital safety factor. If we go down to and pushing on the outside there, that is a good example of where negative G comes in, but there's the tumble dryer aspect at the end of it. So most of these guys get very, very bored flying in a straight line, and I think Richard just calling there the end of the display. But let's just see if we can squeeze in one more flight pass. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do on the final flight past of the day. Hats, coats, ice creams, umbrellas, whatever you have. Please give Richard Goodwin a marvellous wave and cheer because he's worked very hard.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yes, absolutely brilliant knife edge pass there from Rich.
Saw him down at Yokoton.
Oh, right.
He's brilliant down there.
Yeah,
He comes towards now the end of his exceptionally dynamic sequence.
Yes, that is him just calling finals. We're monitoring all the traffic behind us here. Huge team effort, of course, goes into putting on these air displays.